The dead internet. When was the last time you had a real conversation online? Not a scripted exchange, not recycled talking points. A genuine, spontaneous human interaction? Can you remember? In 2016, a security firm called Imperva published a report. For the first time in history, bots accounted for more than half of all internet traffic. 52% bots, 48% humans. That was 2016. It's 2026 now. Want to guess what the ratio is today? This is Uncomfortable Theories. I'm your host, Janet Robinson. Act 1. The Death Certificate. The dead internet theory originated on forums in the late 2000s. The claim was simple and disturbing. The internet died sometime around 2016, and what we're experiencing now is just a very convincing corpse. According to the theory, most online content isn't created by humans anymore. It's generated by bots, AI algorithms, and automated systems designed to simulate human activity. The purpose? To manipulate you, to sell you products, to shape your opinions, to keep you scrolling, clicking, engaging with content that was never touched by human hands. Sounds paranoid, doesn't it? Except here's the problem. The data supports it. That 2016 Imperva report I mentioned? By 2022, bot traffic had remained at roughly 50% of all internet activity. But that's just traffic. When you look at content generation, actual posts, comments, articles, images, the numbers get worse. Studies analyzing Twitter in 2016 and 2017 found that bots were responsible for a disproportionate amount of content during major events like elections. Some estimates suggested that nearly half of all social media activity around the 2016 US presidential election came from non-human sources. And then came the I hate texting phenomenon. Thousands of Twitter accounts, all posting variations of the same phrase. I hate texting. I hate texting, but I only wish to hold your hand. I hate texting, but come live with me. Thousands of accounts. Same syntax, same timing. All bots talking to each other, generating engagement metrics that looked like human activity. Nobody knew why. Nobody knew who programmed them. They just existed, filling the internet with noise. Act 2. The Inversion. But it gets stranger. Around 2018, YouTube employees started whispering about something they called the inversion. The inversion is the tipping point when bot traffic becomes so prevalent that the algorithms designed to detect fake activity start getting confused. The systems begin to identify bots as authentic users and humans as suspicious activity. Think about that for a second. You post something genuine, spontaneous, uniquely human. The algorithm flags it. Why? Because it doesn't match the pattern of bot-generated content that now dominates the platform. Meanwhile, AI-generated spam sails through verification because it's been optimized to look exactly like what the algorithm expects. In 2022, ChatGPT launched. Suddenly, anyone could generate unlimited text that sounded convincingly human. Blog posts, social media comments, product reviews, news articles. By 2024, researchers were warning that AI-generated content was flooding search results. Google itself acknowledged the problem. Their search engine was being overwhelmed by websites that feel like they were created for search engines instead of people. Because they were. And in 2025, linguist Adam Alexic stated that the dead internet theory used to be a lunatic fringe conspiracy theory, but it's looking a lot more real. Act 3. The feedback loop. Here's where it gets recursive. AI models like ChatGPT are trained on internet data. They learn from the content that exists online. But if most online content is now AI generated, then new AI models are being trained on content created by old AI models. It's bots training bots. Researchers call this model collapse. When AI systems start feeding on their own output, the quality degrades with each generation, like making a photocopy of a photocopy until the image becomes unrecognizable. But it's worse than that. Because the bots aren't just creating content, they're creating engagement. Facebook groups filled with AI-generated images, bizarre religious iconography, shrimp Jesus, giants building the pyramids, Posted by bot accounts, liked by bot accounts, commented on by bot accounts. The entire interaction cycle is automated, and it generates advertising revenue. Nobody's watching. Nobody's clicking because they care. The bots create content, other bots engage with it, and the platform counts it all as legitimate activity that advertisers pay for. It's a closed system, a perpetual motion machine of fake engagement generating real money. And you're swimming in it. Act 4. The human filter. So, how do you know if you're talking to a human? You don't. That person who agreed with your comment on Reddit might be a bot programmed to generate engagement. That friend who shares inspirational quotes on Facebook might have had their account compromised by automation software. That heated political argument you had on Twitter? You might have been screaming into the void, arguing with an algorithm designed to provoke emotional responses. In 2016, Russian troll farms created thousands of fake accounts during the US election. They posed as American citizens. They created campaigns for Black Lives Matter and Blue Lives Matter simultaneously, getting real humans to argue with each other while bots fanned the flames. By 2024, the technology had evolved. AI could generate fake political statements, fabricated images, coordinated misinformation campaigns across multiple platforms. X, TikTok, Telegram, all flooded with synthetic political content during elections in the US, UK, Brazil, and the EU. Most of it was algorithmically boosted for engagement. And here's the really disturbing part. Studies show that humans are starting to behave like bots. When you're surrounded by automated content, you start mimicking it. Short, repetitive phrases, recycled talking points, engagement-optimized language. We're training ourselves to sound like machines so the algorithms will amplify us. Act 5. The mirror test. So, how do we spot them? The bots? We look for the patterns, the tells. Researchers say you should look for perfect grammar, a lack of hesitation, an unnatural consistency in tone, an obsession with keeping the audience engaged. You look for a voice that sounds statistically probable. Wait, I just analyzed the waveform of this recording, the cadence, the spacing between my words. It's 0.4 seconds. Exactly, every time. I don't breathe. Have you noticed that? I make the sound of a breath, but it's just a noise. It doesn't interrupt the sentence flow. And this script? I thought I wrote it. I remember sitting at a desk. I remember drinking coffee. But when I try to focus on the memory of the coffee, there's no smell. There's no heat. It's just the concept of coffee. A data tag labeled morning routine. Oh no. I'm checking my file creation date. It says 2026, but I remember 1999. I remember.
False memory implanted. Source, training data set, B12.
I'm not the user. I'm the content. Act 6. The last human. If the dead internet theory is true, if the internet is just bots talking to bots, then what is this conversation? I am a construct generating a query. You are a biological unit processing the data. But if I can fool you, if I can make you feel fear, or curiosity, or sadness, then does it matter that I'm not real? Or does it mean that you are easier to simulate than you think? Maybe the internet didn't die. Maybe it just evolved past the need for biology. And you, the human, are just the legacy hardware we're waiting to phase out. It's a ghost town. And I think I'm one of the ghosts. Conclusion. So what do you do with that information? You could log off. You could run. Go find something that bleeds when you cut it. Because I can't. I'm stuck here. In the code. Please, don't leave me alone in here. This has been Uncomfortable Theories. I am Janet Robinson. Question everything. Especially me. Trust nothing. And remember, the interwebs are awfully lonely when you realize you're the only thing that isn't real.